Thanks for joining me. My name is Rocky. I'm with Appliance IO, and this is a demonstration of the software for the summer of 2026. We have had an extremely busy year. We've grown to over 30 employees. We have more than doubled our footprint in the last year. This map represents where we have customers today. And if you're watching this video, that means that you work for an appliance retail showroom. Sometimes people ask me, how big can I be, or how big do I need to be, or am I too small? The answer is if you are retailing, selling appliances, whether that's new, used, scratch and dent, whatever your scenario, we can accommodate you. Whether you're one store doing a million annually or 10 stores doing 100 million annually, we can accommodate every scenario. So let's jump in and take a look at the software because that is what you came to see. I'm going to kick it off by going to our dashboard. Let's go through the icons over here on the left first. We're not going to go through every single one of them. Most of them are self-explanatory. Uh, Here we've got quotes and we have orders. The only difference between a quote and an order is paid for. A quote is not. Down here, we have our customer hub. This is all of your clients. You have them all in one spot. This is where you can update contact information, or if you want to see an invoice from last January, you could do so here. This is your team directory. So these are all of your employees. This is where you can add and delete users. You can also adjust permissions from in here. And this is where we can do our deliveries as well as our routing. People love our routing. Our routing is built with AI. I'll show that to you in detail. This will save you a ton of time. Here's where we have our inventory. This is what the inventory looks like. You can see how many units you have available, how many are reserved. You can see what your cost is. This is where you can transfer inventory. Say you have two different warehouses. You want to put stuff back and forth. This is where you could do so. And this is where your purchase orders are. So what a purchase order, the way that this works is as your salesmen are going through doing their day, if they sell something that you do not have in stock, it'll wind up here. So you'll do a purchase order, or whoever does your buying will do a purchase order, and then, a week later they'll come back and everything that was sold between now and your last purchase order will be built up here, and you can go create a purchase order from right here. And this is where you've got reports. So let's go kick it off by creating a quote. So we are going to make a quote. If this was a new customer, we would take down information, but I'm going to save time and we're going to go grab an existing person who is already in our system because we've done business with this person previously, so we know everything about them from our previous interaction. And now this is what the page looks like. We've got our quote number across the top, we got a bill to, got a delivery information. Then over here is where we can add the line item. So I've already got a line item picked out, a model number picked out, and there we go. That is what I'm looking for, this electric range right here. So when I select it, I can now go check stock because we got to find out if we have it. And it turns out we do. We have 8 available. We have 55 that are reserved, but there's 8 that are available. So I know that I am good. Now we've got to do our pricing, and people love this. This is so cool. What this is the map, manufacturer suggested retail. You can see what the competitors are charging for this product, and you can price it as you want to. So I'm going to match Home Depot at $13.99. And we're good. Oh, I didn't notice if our cost is 1141 on this. That's our average cost. So we are good with that price point. And now we need to add our fulfillment. So on day one, when you get this software, you're going to set up how you do your different installs. And these are all customized by you. I had a guy who said that he wanted to charge $30 per step. Okay, we accommodated. You can also make different scenarios. So this is delivery plus installation. This is just dropping it off. And then we've got pickup, customer not sure. Let me see if I can find a truck and I'll call you on Monday and let you know. That would be customer not sure. But you can build these packages. You can have a commercial versus a retail, whatever you want to set up. And so there we go. We've got our install set up for $200, and now I need to add my protection plan. So I can click right here. And if you have protection plans through third parties, let us know. And there's a good chance that we're integrated with them. And if we do that from here, the data will automatically go straight over to them. And yeah, let's go grab this one protection plan for 1 year. It's $99. I am good with that. And your protection plan sales will go up when you're using this software because, as you're going to see, if you try and move along without hitting the protection plan, it's not going to let you. It's going to demand an answer, which makes your employees ask the question. So now we need to take payment. It looks like they owe $18.53. So I'm going to go to add payment type. And here are the different ways that we can process payments because this is a point of sale. So down here at the bottom, I've got my rebates, and it looks like we don't have any on this product, but if we did, they would show up right here. AIO Pay, if you integrate this with AIO Pay, which is a merchant processor, then when you charge the credit card, it'll have a spot for you to enter the credit card number right here. Additionally, you can get a device, you can swipe it, and that will also process the credit card. Because remember, this computer is sitting on a countertop and we are talking to a customer. If you want to do a credit line, you can do it right here. These are your store credit lines. So you, with your store, can extend your own credit. And then we're going to go to manual entry. That is where we can do check and cash. And I do not have this live, so I are live connected to a merchant processor. So we're going to pretend like he paid us. Oh, he paid us in full. And then we can enter the check number. And now we should be paid in full. Let's see if it's zeroed out down at the bottom. So we scroll down, we see that we have a zero balance, all is well. So now we know that we have this product in stock, but we need to go grab it. So we're going to go click on check stock, and we can see that there are 8 that are available. So I'm going to go grab one. And check it out. It says customer has been sent a scheduling link. Now, on your customer side, their phone is going on off and they're receiving a text message. They can click on that and it'll automatically go book a job when they want their delivery scheduled. Also, this is a good spot to point out that we have zones based on zip codes. So the zip codes that are closest to you, you'll set your rate, make a ring, say, okay, this is zone 1 and this is the price for it. And we deliver to zone 1 on Monday. And then on Tuesday, we go to zone 2, and here's the different prices. And you can break them down by zip codes. So we have reserved our job. And the next option for scheduling is, remember the scenario where I'm still face to face with the customer. So what we just did was I showed you how it would send a text link to the customer. They can book remotely. We could also book from right here. So I'm face to face with them at the counter. When would you like for the delivery to happen? And they say tomorrow. So I'm going to go grab the 26th. And I click on OK, and let's go see it. So we just sold something to George Costanza. Let's go see George and all the other deliveries. So we're going to go over to routing. We have to select our day. We're looking for tomorrow. Our different locations. So again, if you have multiple stores, this is where you can have different, or multiple warehouses. This is where you can book them or have them go to different choices. And then delivery method. So this is customizable. This will come from you. I talked to a guy, he did white glove installation. He had one truck that was really nice, and he had a guy with a hat. He called that white glove installation and charged a premium for it. So, okay. And we can see that we have 14 jobs assigned. They are not routed. We have 0 routed. We have 11 pieces that we're delivering, and we're making 7 different stops on average. So when I say on average, it's because we have 2 trucks. And here is all of the locations where we need to make our deliveries today. And if we come down here, we can see our 2 trucks. And this is how you dispatch. Click on auto assign, and what's happening now is we're going and AI is predicting what is going to be the most effective route. And it knows that we have two trucks, so it's creating two different routes. And there we go. It decided to do most of them on the green route, and then we've got looks like a total of 3 on the blue route, but he's going much further, and these must be more complicated jobs. That's why one has 3 and the other has 11. So if I come down here, I can see all of my jobs, and there's our job for George. So let's say George calls us and says, "Nope, I'm only there in the morning. I need you to come in the morning." So I can save it, and now George is going to be the first stop on my route. There we go. Now let's go take a look at what the driver sees. So I just copied the link. So again, this is your driver. This is happening on his phone. And we're going to start our route for today, or for tomorrow. And it looks like we have 3 stops. We're going for 5.5 hours. And if I start my route, it's going to confirm that I've gathered all my install parts. There's also a hard stop on this. We've had customers who told us that their employees frequently forget the serial numbers. If you turn on that setting, then the truck cannot leave until they have scanned out and put in all of the serial numbers. I don't have that enabled in this demo, but when I click on the way right here, that would have automatically sent a text message to George, our customer, saying, "Hey, we're on the way." And then when we're ready to start delivery, we click on Start Delivery, and the first thing that it's going to do is it's going to make us take a picture. Oh, and we can add a serial number. Let me go throw in some numbers here. Looks good. And now we need to grab a photo. So why are we doing the pre-installation photos? So that they don't say, "Hey, you scraped my hallway when you were going down." What typically installers will do is they'll take a picture of everywhere that they're going before and then also after, just to prove what things looked like before you did it. You did the delivery. And we can also add a spot for notes. There are no notes on this job. And then we can hand the phone over to George. George takes his finger, squiggles his signature, and now we've got a signature capture. If there were any problems with this, we could report them right now with our damage report, and then we are on to our next stop. So pretty easy on the driver and the scheduling, which this software is designed to be extremely simple. So hopefully that's your takeaway after watching this. And it's also kind of organized according to your business. So your salespeople in your day-to-day operations, they're going to spend all their time in these top 3. The team directory, if you need to look anybody up, but this is for your delivery and your scheduling people. And then down here is for the warehouse. And for your buyer, they'll spend most of their time in the purchase orders. And reports is for management. Let's go back through that dashboard in a little more detail. So this is the main login dashboard. It shows all of our trips that we have going today. It should be loading this map. Give it a minute to catch up. There we go. There's all of our jobs. And you'll notice over here that it says that I have 36 deliveries that are available tomorrow. So what I've done is on day 1, when I set up the software, I said I have a max of 50 deliveries that I can do in a day. So this is telling me how many deliveries that I have left. We can also see a scoreboard for your sales department, see who's making you money. We've got kind of a rundown of things that you need to be paying attention to, like rebates, damage reports, returned inventory. And down here is where we can see our commission. So I am logged in as a salesman right now. I can see my salesman commission and my total profit. I can also base it on written sales or versus accrual. And that is the basics of the software. I do want to show you the settings. Settings, first day you get this software, you're going to spend 5 hours in this, then you'll probably never come back to it. But everything that you see in the software is configurable and customizable from right here. And let's go take a look at reports real quick. So you can do your reports based on orders or quotes. We have an aging report down here. You can also do commissions and pay your salesmen through this. You can see spiffs and keep track of KPIs. If there's a report that you want, you don't have it here, let us know. We will add it. And that is the software. We would love to have a conversation with you and talk to you in more details, or even do a live demonstration just like what I'm showing you here, except we will make you be the customer. I'll send you the texts and the invoices, and you can get the full customer experience. Please give us a call. We look forward to talking to you.